You already know from looking behind me, we're back at Magic Kingdom Park today. I've done ranking videos here at the Magic Kingdom before. Today is going to be the top 5 worst attractions at Disney's Magic Kingdom. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth.
So I realize no matter what I say on this list, somebody's going to disagree. So I encourage you to put down in the comments whether or not you agree or disagree. And if I'm wrong, why am I wrong? So let's go with number 5. All right, so I know I'm going to get beaten up for this, but let's go ahead and go. Number 5 on my list. It's a Small World. So before you send me angry emails and light torches and come after me, I want people to understand why it's on the bottom of my list. People love this attraction because it's nostalgic. It was one of the very first things you think of when you think of Disney and Walt Disney World and Disneyland. It basically is just a boat ride through an annoying song with visuals that just really aren't that interesting. I don't know, guys, I'm sorry. I get that it's nostalgic, just not my favorite. Number 5 worst ride in the Magic Kingdom for me, It's a Small World. And to torture myself, let's go take a ride. By the way, the person behind me just described this ride to her friend who had never been on it as creepy. All right, number 4 on the list is right behind me, Under the Sea, Journey with the Little Mermaid. Again, I know that there are some fans of this attraction. No matter what I pick, it's somebody's favorite. This is an Omnimover attraction based on the Little Mermaid. My problem with it is it just doesn't bring any kind of innovation. A lot of times the aerial animatronics don't work. Yeah, just not a huge fan. But in all fairness, for the list today, I'm going to try and ride all the attractions. So let's take a ride on number 4, Journey of the Little Mermaid. Okay, so behind me is number 3 on the list, Magic Carpets of Aladdin. So, you know, there are several flat rides here at Disney World. Here in Magic Kingdom, you have Aladdin. You also have Dumbo. So why is Aladdin on this list and Dumbo isn't? So the reason Dumbo is not on this list is it contradicts something I said earlier, is purely nostalgia. It's one of the most nostalgic rides here, so it gets a pass just for that. This one is just to take up space. It's a waste of space. You're just like, hey, let's make it a carpet and put it in Adventureland because, yeah, that's cheap and easy. So they don't get a pass from me on this one. I stopped over at Friar's Nook for lunch today, and I got the bacon, macaroni and cheese tater tots. This is tater tots with mac and cheese, bacon, and sour cream. I also got the Devil's Chocolate Mousse Cake. It is crumbled devil's food cake, chocolate pudding, milk chocolate whipped cream, and chocolate crunch pearls with a little devil on top. So good. Honestly, all the components by themselves are good, but what really ties it all together is the sour cream. Also, there's green onions on top. Those green onions, again with the sour cream, really good addition to that dish. It's quickly climbing the list to be one of my favorites in the entire Magic Kingdom. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Don't sleep on Friar's Nook. That was a really good meal. Dessert was really good. The mac and cheese tots were really good. They have brats. They have a brat burger. They have hot dogs. They have a bunch of really good food and you wouldn't expect it because it's kind of just a little, almost like a extended stand off to the left-hand side of Fantasyland. All right, here we are on number 2, the Liberty Bell Riverboat. So this is kind of questionable. Is it a ride? But I'm counting it as a ride because it moves. Number 2 worst ride in the Magic Kingdom, Liberty Bell Riverboat. It goes around in a slow circle through a moat, looks over a couple of different scenes across on Tom Sawyer Island. That's about it. Not very exciting, not very relaxing, pretty loud, no place to sit. Number 2 worst attraction. Sorry. Okay, so in true Scott fashion, we're gonna have an honorable mention, and it's right behind me. We're not counting this as a ride because it doesn't move. We'll count it as an attraction. But if I was counting it as a ride, this was definitely be in number 1 or number 2. But because it's not, it's honorable mention, Swiss Family Treehouse. Terrible waste of space. Number 1, worst ride in Magic Kingdom, Tomorrowland Speedway. I'm sorry, I know this is another classic, but this one is just, it's just not good. So it's loud, it takes up a ton of space, it stinks, it's not fun, there's no real thrill to it for anybody, unless you're a tiny kid and you feel like you're driving a car. And I understand that's who it's for, it's not for me. But, you know, when they first announced Tron, and we were speculating where Tron was gonna go, 95% of people thought that they were gonna tear down the Speedway and put Tron there. And I tell you what, I was really happy when that happened. But unfortunately, they decided to put it behind it, and it's still here. Now, can they make it better? Sure, they can make it better. Why not make it an electric car version with a little bit of pickup and torque? They could make it electric, but not these go-kart engines that smell like diesel and gasoline, and they don't move, they don't steer. Just terrible, 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 terrible. Number 1 worst attraction in Magic Kingdom, Tomorrowland Speedway. So if you don't want to ride, but you want to watch people not have fun, you can sit in the viewing area. At least it's in the shade though. This is way more fun than a ride. I just learned something new. I've never actually been here. So from now on, if anybody wants to ride this, they're like, well, I'll be in the viewing area. Okay guys, there you go. From outside of the car barn and the newly reopened Harmony Barbershop. That is my top 5 worst attractions at Magic Kingdom. Now, I will say this, all this is very subjective. I encourage you, once, like I said in the very beginning, to put your comments down in the bottom. Let me know what your top 5 worst rides are, or if I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong. Guys, thank you as always for coming along with us. These trips, doing these lists are always fun. There's not really a bad ride in Magic Kingdom. It's hard to pick when you're picking the worst. These are just the ones that if I had one day to spend here, those are the ones I would skip over and hit the other big attractions. Guys, thank you as always for coming along. They've never lost, they've never found. So go get lost.